I couldn't even do my intro before I started laughing about this. What's up, YouTube? I'm Mike, and today I am making a really quick video just because I want to shout out someone in the comment section by the name he's Heathen Strength. I guess Heathen Strength is a popular name that was already taken by somebody else, and so he had to go with at HTHN Strength. But it's Heathen Strength. So last night I made a video about Gorilla Diesel, who got in my comment section and called me a name. He called me a name that I can't use in this video or I won't be able to monetize it. But you can look up the comment. It's a word that starts with an R, and it describes people that go to school on buses that are not long. This guy gets in my comment section last night or the other day and called me a name, and I think he was a little upset about my Cody Copa take on the issue regarding certain members of our society who don't feel like they're the gender they were born as. He got real upset about that apparently, and so he made a bunch of nasty comments in my comment section. And so I made a video response to him that YouTube decided is not fit for advertisement for obvious reasons, because I had a meltdown in a video responding to this guy. So I don't know if Heathen Strength is another one of it, is like an alt account, or if it's like one of his friends, or who Heathen Strength is. But Heathen Strength paid me $5. He paid $5 to join my members only group to watch the video that I made about Gorilla Diesel, apparently for the express purposes of then being able to turn around and comment on that video and call me the same R word that Gorilla Diesel did. Is this winning at life or what? I've gotten to a place in life where people are apparently so triggered by my points of view and so desperate to get their attacks in on me that they are literally willing to pay me money for the express purpose of name calling me, which I find to be just remarkable. I mean, wow, like the pathology, the psychology going on in people on YouTube is remarkable. One of the things that I found out last night, I don't even remember what got me onto this, but I'm almost to 10,000 subscribers, and so like to me that doesn't seem like a big deal, right? Because like all of the people that I follow have hundreds of thousands, millions. You know, most of the big names in YouTube that we talk about all the time have just orders of magnitude more subscribers than I do, and substantially more views. But I looked up because I was curious, like what percentage of YouTube channels will ever reach 10,000 subscribers. And what I found out is that my channel has more subscribers currently than 95.5% of all YouTube channels ever created. So while admittedly I'm not, Dr. Mike Israetel or Jeff Nippert or any of these names that have just millions of subscribers, my channel still outperforms 95.5% of all YouTube channels ever created, which is, that's not nothing, like there's obviously tons of YouTube channels and probably millions of them. I don't know what the total number of YouTube channels are, but there's probably millions of them, maybe, I don't know, hundreds of thousands of them that have more than 10,000 subscribers. But YouTube is a very difficult game. Like it's really hard to develop an audience that will consistently watch you. And so while, compared to a lot of people, I've got a relatively small group of diehards that basically watch all my content, it just goes to show you, like, even for a relatively small audience, I've got people who are willing to pay money for the express purposes of insulting me. Just mind-blowing. I mean, imagine if you got $5 from every person that ever name-called you in life. None of us would have to work. And that is what Heathen Strength decided to do. He apparently watched the one video titled Trend God Annihilates Gorilla Diesel. Unfortunately, like I said, it is too raw for YouTube. So if you want to join in the fun, you're going to have to pony up like Heathen Strength did here and get it in the members only section, or make your way on over to OF where the content is also hosted. Since apparently I'm not going to be able to do this kind of content at all. Like I'm having to absolutely pick and choose every single word, because I had a video that was live and monetized on my channel for 4 years that recently got demonetized. I can't. It was like something outrageous. It was like 3 words in the video that were not any kind of like attacks on anybody. They weren't slurs. They weren't any. Oh, you know what I found out recently? You can't say the C word now either. You can't call a person the C word, the 4-letter C word. That will demonetize your entire video if you call any person the 4-letter C word. So like, as you can see, dude, this is what I'm saying. This is not me doing this. This is not my choice. I want to live in a world that is truly free of censorship, where we can say anything that we want to say and have that be available on YouTube the way it has always been. I have been making trend rant videos for basically 4 years or close to it. It's never been a problem before, and clearly something is going on. I don't know what is the cause of this. But the thing that I've always said that I find interesting, I've never understood censorship, because it basically allows monsters to hide in plain view. You know, like the fact that so like now I have an excuse to basically hide all of my true opinions, hide my truly unedited personality, because if I want to get the content to the maximum number of people, there's 1,000,001 things that I can't say. Clearly, I'm going to have to go to work and actually finish the Trendsaurus, so I can have my own words that mean other words to say the same thing, because this is the juvenile world that we're living in. So I could make up a word that means the same thing as the F word and just drop it 4,000 times in the video, and that'd be totally fine. So that's always been my problem with words. Is it doesn't, a word is just a combination of sounds. So let's say instead of using the 4-letter C word, I just decide to start calling those people
Putts.
What?
Putts.
Putts. What if I call them putts instead? This person is a putz. That's totally, that doesn't violate any rules. So if we have an understanding that every time I say the word putts, it means the 4-letter C word, then I'm still able to convey exactly the same emotion, attitude, effectively the same attack, but because it doesn't fall into this, because it's not a banned word, then you're totally cool. And so this is what I'm saying. This is the juvenile nature of censorship. It never accomplishes anything. It's just like the war on drugs. Supposedly there's this war on drugs, and yet they're on every single street corner, and they're totally annihilating every liberal city in the entire country. So clearly they failed. None of these things actually work. It's just this, I don't know, I really don't understand what it is. It's ads? Like, really? It seems to me that what ad companies care the most about is that their ad gets put in front of the maximum number of eyeballs. So if I make a 30-minute video that is just full of every type of speech that is not acceptable by the public, but that video, because of all of the outrageous things that I say, let's just say it gets 10 million views, whoever runs ads on that video, it is going to do really well, because they're getting their ads in front of the maximum number of people. But then I guess they're like scared that somebody's going to go, well, why are you running ads on this video? Do you support what this person's saying? It's like, no, I don't care what they're saying. The point is just to get my ad in front of you. Like, I do coaching. I do $100 will get you a, whatever, however long, not infinite, hour, half an hour, whatever it takes, We'll get you a video consultation where we can go over all of your bodybuilding or weight loss goals, whatever you got. Hell, we can talk about anything. You want to pay me $100 for a consultation? I'll be your marriage counselor. I'll help you fill out your resume, how to get a job, how to talk to girls. You want to sit around and talk about how black holes work? I don't care. You pay me $100 for up to an hour of my time. We can sit around and talk about whatever you want. So I would be happy to create an ad for that and run it on anything. I don't care what the person says. I don't care what group they represent. I don't care at all what their content is about, as long as the maximum number of eyeballs see my ad. That's what I would think ads should be about. But apparently that's not the case, because companies are so afraid of getting canceled. They're so afraid of being, oh my God, some company, I'm not even gonna say a name, because that's probably, some company read an ad on a video where someone talked negatively about a protected group. That's another thing you can't do. So there's 400 protected groups, and you can't say anything critical at all of a protected group. So you can go to YouTube and figure out what the current list of protected groups is, but it changes every day. And then it's you can't really navigate whether or not this person might not seem to fit into the protected group, but that's just from your perspective. Basically everybody's in some group. I could turn around and suddenly start saying how I'm feeling a little bit autistic today. I don't know. Maybe I am on the autism spectrum. I don't know. I've never been tested. It's a spectrum. Could I be autistic?
You could be.
What if do I have Asperger's?
No.
I don't have Asperger's, but I might have mild autism.
You don't have Asperger's or autism, but
I mean, I could.
If you play the test right, you can.
If I played the test right. See, that's the thing. If I took an autism test today, right now, I could make the test say whatever I want it to say. All I have to do is look up the symptoms of autism and then take the test and report that I have those symptoms. Boom, autism. Which is why I don't take any of these diagnoses seriously. I've been diagnosed with so many different mental conditions in my life because I had drug-seeking behavior. So I would decide that there was a particular pharmaceutical that I wanted to get my hands on. I would just go get an appointment with the shrink, and I would look at all the side effects of whatever condition you had to have. For example, ADHD. If you want to get a certain script for ADHD, all you got to do is go in there and tell him the right thing, and he goes, "Oh my God, you have ADHD. Here's your script." The medical science is a total joke. 90% of it is just what patients report. Unless there is a blood test for a thing, unless you can conclusively do some kind of brain scan, MRI, CT scan, X-ray, a conclusive blood test, a bacterial culture, something definitive that goes, bam, that means you have pneumonia, or this is clearly a scan that shows a lung cancer or something. Unless it's just completely cut and dry, then all of it is speculation, and the results are only as good as the person who filled out the questionnaire. So every time somebody tells me they're on the spectrum, it's like, okay, maybe you are, but maybe you're not. Maybe you just went in there and told them what they wanted to hear because you think that being on the spectrum is going to get you some kind of extra, what's the word I'm looking for? Pity or sympathy. I actually got into it on my Discord recently with a person who makes YouTube content who's trying to get me to come on their channel, and I was like, no, dude, I'm not coming on your channel. I'm not going to let you use me to build your user base. And then I looked at his profile and took exception to some of the words that he used in his description of himself. I don't understand why people want to describe themselves. They want to identify themselves with their diagnosis. But a lot of people in our society do. A lot of people in our society are so quick to tell you all of the diagnoses they have, as if that was some kind of badge of honor. I do not understand this behavior at all. But anyway, I've rambled on long. This is what happens when I can't just say whatever I want to say. You see me like stepping through a minefield, trying to convey a point without saying the wrong word. Oh my God, we're so sensitive today. All the atrocities that are happening in our world right now that are really actually physically affecting people, and I can't say the C word. I can't say it. People just cannot cope with that level of aggressiveness. So there you have it. Shout out to Heathen Strength. in the comments section on my YouTube. Shout out to Gorilla Diesel. Thank you for being for name calling me and motivating a video that is now turning into even more money and more money and more money. Unbelievable, guys. It is a crazy, crazy time to be living in. I'm going to capitalize on it as long as I can. Hopefully things will go back to normal soon, but I don't think so. George Carlin said like 20 years ago that he basically was so done with the human race that he basically no longer even identified with humanity. He just basically considered himself like just a generic carbon-based life form, and that he basically just separated himself from all of humanity. And that's kind of what I think my God complex is. I think my God complex is just my way of just going, you know what? I absolutely am not taking responsibility for anything humanity is doing right now. I disagree with it patently across the board. I am not associated with you people. I'm not going to be guilty by association. I am not human anymore. I am on another level, just sitting here observing all of the chimpanzee-like behavior that is just running rampant across our society. So best of luck to you guys out there. It is a work day today. It's 4:32 on July 11th. Is this a special day? July 11th? There's nothing significant about this day? Well, anyway, there you have it. Now you get this kind of content and the very, very breathtaking views that I posted on my Mesa Verde video earlier. Contact YouTube, guys. Tell them you want the trend god back in his full or original state. As always, thank you for watching. We'll see you on the next one.